Good morning, everyone. Happy Scorpio season. This is a fascinating season. We're about to step into a very interesting time period. And I'm using gentler words because it's biblical, it's life-changing. It's, Pluto during this transit, during this season, Pluto is going to Aquarius for the final time for our lifetime. It will never be in Capricorn again. So this is a 20 plus year transit. There's so much to say about the astrology, but what's interesting is that there's not so many big shifts. There's not too many days that I even have to talk about. And there's this it's ominous. It's like this, it's very Scorpio season. Like the title of the video states, this is anything but casual. You got to show up. This is full on energy. We can't, like I said in my Monday video, what is today? Today's the 14th as I record this. I'm going to post this in a few days, probably the day before the full moon. The sun goes into Scorpio energy on the 22nd. And my intention for posting this, a little bit early is for us to have this map. Just like I said in my Monday video, astrology is the map. It's not so much in the past for myself. I speak from my statements and we'll get started. I've looked at the astrology. I'm like, don't go outside. Don't, the sun's in the 8th house or the sun's in the 12th house. Like I'll utilize that energy in a celebratory way. But what I've recognized is that it's going to find you. Like you can't hide from energy. You can't hide from universe, source, God, the God of your understanding. Whether it's, I am meant to be triggered in a certain way by a human being and I don't go outside, so then I get a comment or then I get a letter or an email or something like that. It will find you. How you're meant to be upgraded, how you're meant to experience this world, the human body is not in control of it. The energy is happening. It's there for us. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. So, like I said in my Monday video, going into the woods, you can choose to grab the map or not. You can choose to, understand what's coming or not. You will get affected by it. One of my favorite quotes about astrology or just understandings of it is from, the great Pam Gregory, where she says, astrology is a language. So whether you believe in it or not, it's like saying, I don't believe in the Italian language. No. Just because you don't speak it doesn't mean it's not a language. Just because you don't understand the astrology doesn't mean that it's not happening, that it's not something that our human bodies are experiencing because we're physical beings on the planet. When we're back in, if we know that we are God, consciousness having this human experience, our consciousness comes from a different time and space. That energy is not experiencing the astrology. Your human body is experiencing the astrology. So we know that we are consciousness having a human experience. Understanding the astrology gives us the capacity to say, okay, my human body is going to get triggered. We're going to be spicy. We're going to be frustrated. We're going to be angry. We're going to be polarized. We're going to identify with our ideals and our belief systems, and we're going to want to feel safe. So instead of letting the human body, the avatar, run the whole show, the consciousness can say, okay, what's the best move here? What's the best play? What's the best path? Okay, I know that my, the sneakers that I wore into the woods aren't really good on rocks. So maybe I'll take this path instead of the really rocky one. And I'll, take a moment between action and reaction to transmute that reaction into a response. I hope that made sense. It's some warm water with lemon and ginger. I went to the cafe this morning and I've had my double and I'm feeling just really, really here for it. Just really here for it. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm really fumbling on the name, but it's just Sarah. I do spiritual counseling. I'm a channel. I teach astrology. We speak in lenses because, I wear big old glasses. So utilize the lens of a growth mindset, leadership, personal growth and development, astrology, channeling, tarot, all these different things to understand what's going on in the world and to help you make sense of it all. So today, my intention is to offer the astrology, some key dates going into Scorpio season. Right now, I have the general astrological wheel behind me. It starts in Aries and goes all the way around over to Pisces. I'm going to put down the, key dates. I'm going to talk about some key dates and the astrology of those dates. I've mentioned this before. One of my new offerings is that I'm going to be doing an all signs reading for Scorpio season as well. I offer 2 all signs reading a month. Now I'm going to have 3. So I offer a new moon all signs reading, a full moon all signs reading, and now I'm going to do a season ahead all signs reading, which is not really going to be like manifest here or release here. That's what we do on the new moons and the full moons. It's going to be about, okay, so Aries rising, we're going into very deep transformative energy. It's showing you a little bit of the month ahead map, so you can utilize that however you want to. It's not happening to you, it is there for you. So if you know that you're going into a time of extremely deep transformation that is for your soul's development, I don't want to hide from that. Me personally, I don't want to hide from that. I'm here for that. I'm showing up with integrity, with, the sense of urgency of 1,000 suns, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Please pause this video. I'm going to use the hematite. I got a lot of hematite on the table. This is Uranus on my, astrology board, I guess that's what you would call it. So please take a moment to pause this video, go grab your coffee or tea, grab some water, grab your journal, and we're going to talk about some key dates going into Scorpio season. Cool. So I never really know how to do these videos because it's like I wanted to put down the day of I just love the clock towers right there. Okie dokie. So, and for anyone who's new here, when I'm talking to you as a channeler, I have my guides that show me an image over here. I have more galactic images over here, a past life tale over here, and it's a lot of different screens, a lot of different lenses. So if I ever stare off into the TISM space and take a pause, just know that I'm getting a download from my guidance team, from Source Energy. I had a customer the other day ask me, it was a customer at the restaurant that I moonlight at, that there was really like a shiny couple and we were just chit-chatting about God and all different things. And he goes, Sarah, well, who do you channel? I said, I go right to Source Energy. I set the intention for all of my channels to go straight to Source Energy, that only the white light of God is allowed to come through. Only the highest and greatest information for all involved and invested for this specific group, this collective that this video finds. A while ago, I stopped putting hashtags in my video. This video will find you. My channel will find you in exactly the right time that it's meant to. After you watch this video, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and please share it with your community. Please welcome as many people to this multidimensional cafe. It is a quantum multidimensional cafe. It's really just you and I having coffee or tea, transcendent time and space. This is your chair right over here, and we're just chit-chatting about the astrology. YouTube helps us understand the quantum multiverse in a really accessible way. Like I said, it is the 14th of October, 2024, when I'm recording this in Eastern Standard Time in Massachusetts. It's Massachusetts. Sometimes I forget how to pronounce it because I make the joke of Massachusetts so many times. Where are you and when are you? It's a very accessible thing, the multiverse. When you take a picture, that image, that little live video, or I'm sure Androids have something like that, is literally, it's captured outside of time and space. All of a sudden, it's just yeah, it's really cool. So let's put down the astrology for the 22nd of October, 2024, the moment that the sun goes into Scorpio energy. So let's do that. So we're going to have the sun in Scorpio right over here. And like I said, general astrological wheel. We'll go through a lot of this in the all signs reading. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It'll probably just be, when the sun goes in. I don't know if I'll put every single one down. And the second that happens, the moon is going to be in Cancer energy at 13 degrees, right down here. The sun, when it goes into Scorpio energy, is going to be making a sextile with Pluto at 29 degrees. Sun, sex in water energy, and then sextiling. We know sextiles. It's nice, fun, flowing energy. It's your favorite cousin showing up at the party. So this is big stuff. Pluto, we'll talk about in a little bit, going into Aquarius. This is it. Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. So get excited about that. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, the cardinal signs, it's over. It's over. That whole karmic pattern that's been going on since 2008 is over. Now it's time for the fixed signs, for Aquarius, for Taurus, for Leo, and Scorpio. Yeah, those are the fixed signs. To be, going through your upgrade. That's exciting, right? Smiles with just the teeth. So that's wonderful. All right, so let's just put everybody down. We have Mercury that's going to be in Scorpio energy at 14 degrees. Mercury in Scorpio energy is fascinating to me because it's just like, if you've explained yourself, let's just talk about Scorpio energy before we even get into anything else. Runs the 8th house. This is, like I've made the joke, the lions, tigers, and bears portion of the chat. This is the deepest transformation that we have. Death and rebirth. This is, if we know, you know nothing of astrology. The rising sign, this is self. These are relationships. This is the bottom, the roots of the tree of your life. And this is the more public side of things, where your legacy and, the long distance travel, quest, higher education, all the big stuff. So when the sun, self, values, how we communicate, home, children and play and romance, daily life, then our relationships. So in Libra season, we might have been focused on relationships. It's the descendant sign of the whole wheel, where Aries is the I am, Libra is the we are, or I share, whatever that may be. Now, you've chosen the people that you're keeping in your life. So in Scorpio season, it's like, we're in this. We're in this. Deep transformation. Very, very deep transformation. It's interesting. I've read charts of, there are some people that have their natal sun in the 8th house, and they're kind of the kindest souls I've ever met, but they've been the brightest lights in dark places for a lot of people. So definitely see where you have natal planets in the 8th house. That's probably where you have felt this weird, why am I so good at this? Why do I make people feel safe? Why am I so comfortable shining my light in darker places? So these are I would say this house is mastery, but in a way where you came in mastering it. So in the same way that, I live in New England, I live in, 2 towns over from Salem area. So many people are coming up to, visit the witches, and, it's Halloween season, it's the spooky season and things like that. So I want you to find something, maybe add in your journal, what do I love about Scorpio season? What do I love about these things? It makes people feel safe. We have Halloween. It makes people feel a little bit curious about deeper things, the occult, the beyond. And I've referenced this couple already that that had asked me about, who do you channel, Sarah? Sometimes you have to lose something to understand that there's so much going on that we just can't see with our human eyes. There's so many energies and spirits and portals in this room right now. Even, like I said, as I'm looking at you, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, and there's infinity that I cannot see. It's the multiverse. It's everything's happening all at the same time. So it's exceptional to understand that. You don't have to fully wrap your head around it. You just have to surrender to it and accept it. So what I would love to offer everyone going into this season is, how do I want to feel going into Sag season? How can I feel a little bit more comfortable during maybe bumpier rides where I know that I'm going off-roading? I know that it's going to be a little bit tumultuous. Who are the people that I really want in my circle? I want you to surround yourself with winners. I couldn't express more the astrology, I'll just time out for 1 second and just say that I'm creating an all signs reading and kind of like a little, not like workbook, but like a little, like a mini ebook, if you will, for 2025. They'll most likely be launching on Black Friday so that you can have that going into 2025. The number one way that you are going to, my offering for you to best navigate the energy of 2025 and Sag season, is to surround yourself with winners, to surround yourself with people that support you, that want what's best for you, but that are not yes people. I want someone that's going to tell you when you got food on your teeth. I want someone that's going to be honest with you. I don't want you surrounded by people that are going to accept, you just laying down and just being like, it is what it is. But you get up, do something about it. You're better than that. I want people that understand that there's not a finite amount of energy on this planet, so it's no competition. I want people that are in competition with themselves of their last breath surrounding you, and that's it, my guy, that's it. Because the Libra house, this is the house of legalities, and we also have Sag as house of legalities, but this is your chosen enemies over here. So if you think, like as I'm talking to you, if you're like, oh, I don't know if that person's got my back. They don't. And you will have an experience of, how do I say, we're experiential learners around here. And so if you've kept someone in your corner that's not meant to be there, the little red flag going off at some point, you'll learn in the physical, God will send you. If you haven't listened to the whispers of God, you'll listen to him shouting. I'm not going to sing shout. I've sung it too many times in my videos. So moon in the house of home, sun going into the house of deep transformation, sextiling the house of the last degree of legacy, public life and career, going into the house of community friendships, which is the future, the way we communicate in our house of deep transformation, death and rebirth. So that says to me that it's like you're going to have to sometimes leave somebody on red if you've explained yourself enough and set boundaries in a way that is very adult, very, very adult. Say, I've, explained enough, and now we're just going to leave you where you are. We're just going to leave you in the reality of your choosing. Okay, so my guides were just showing an example. So I'm getting used to, being more of a public person and having not every comment that I read or every person that comes to my page be supportive and receive positive things from my page. So when it comes to someone's reality of me not being the version of myself that I know to be, I don't want to take that reality from you. So I'm not going to spar with you. I'm not going to engage with you. Say whatever you want. That does not take from my reality. That's your reality, and I'm not going to ever try to convince you that that's not your reality, because that's where you are. We have to understand that it's okay to be the villain in other people's story. I have a whole video called Reverence for the Villain. I'll put the link for that below. It's okay to be the villain in someone else's story. That's your ego that says, I gotta be the good guy for everybody. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's their reality. That's your ego saying, I gotta be good. Check your inner child and your inner teenager. That's where I want you to look. That's not your concern. That is not your concern. Okay, so we're gonna have Venus in Sag energy at 6 degrees over here. I talked about that before. Venus in Sag, you might see people like, the title of the video is called Anything But Casual. I want you showing up. If you want to get it pierced, get it pierced. You want to get a tattoo, get a tattoo. This is, Venus, our yin, our like love and abundance planet going into the sign of the Archer. Like, if you know a Sag and love a Sag energy is amazing. The title of that video has already come through. It's called Wild Wild West. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Yeah. Have some food and some water stocked away and keep some gas in the car. Just entertain me. Just humor me. Worst case scenario, you got food, you got snacks, you got water, and you got gas in the car. But if that is the worst case scenario, just humor me, please. Just humor me. Thank you. Alrighty, we are going to have Mars is going to be in Cancer at 25 degrees over here. we've talked about Mars in Cancer, and we're going to talk about it more. So I'm just going to place the planets down now. Jupiter is at 21 degrees of Gemini. This is still the 22nd of October. Jupiter's been parked at 21 degrees because it went retrograde there. So I would love for you to look at what planets you have at 21 degrees, what aspect they're making. Like 21 is a really powerful number in my chart. So this is making a huge, this is sitting directly in opposition of my natal Saturn. So millennials, check your natal Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune planets. Jupiter's probably like, this is you saying there's something you can do. There's something there's razor's edge things that you can do. But if you have a big goal, if you are given a dream, if you are given something, Jupiter, expansive, information, Gemini, the twins, Saturn, Uranus, I'm just talking to my millennials right now. Just keep focusing on it and act as that version of yourself. Just act as that version of yourself that has all the things that you need. Keep focusing on that goal. It's 21, I just love it. It just turned on. Okay. Keep focusing on that goal, my guy, because if you just keep looking at it, let everything around you crumble. Let the set pieces fall away and focus for the love of God on your goal, your highest and greatest good, your most authentic path. Just focus. Pray to me. Okay. I'm just going to place them all down. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, 13 degrees over here. Uranus is in Taurus, retrograde at 26 degrees. There we are. Neptune is in Pisces at 27 degrees retrograde. Pluto I put up. The South Node is in Libra at 5 degrees. North Node is in Aries at 5 degrees. Chiron is in Aries retrograde at 20 degrees. And Lilith, these are the mean nodes, and Lilith in Libra at 12. It's good times. It's good times. There's nothing, nothing. Just show up. Just show up. This is a really fascinating thing that's popping into my mind. So there's a lot of people in my periph, or, in my acquaintance bubble. If you've been here with me, you understand the acquaintance bubble. And if you're not, just comment below and I'll explain it. That I'm seeing in my periph, they're like, my entire life is falling apart. Things are just shifting and changing, but it's for my development. I know I've been kind of avoiding these things. So I'm just showing up. I'm doing it. And, someone spoke of, they're like, yeah, the other day I opened that bottle of wine that's just been sitting there that I was saving for a special occasion. This person, something that they knew that they had to deal with and that they had to face happened. And it was for their development, for their greater good. They knew they'd been avoiding it. And when that moment came, they opened the wine. They were like, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate in a way that, we're going to Scorpio season. I can say these hasha things. Like, we're all going to die one day. Enjoy the ride. Show up. Wear the sparkles on your face. Paint. Make art. Be creative. Do the thing. Just do the thing. Yeah, nobody cares. Like, I'm saying this with the most amount of love and reverence that I can possibly explain to you. That when you show up, this is why I want you surrounded with winners. What's that phrase? That no one who's doing better than you is ever going to be like, oh, that's ridiculous. I can't believe that. People that are winning and that are winners want you to win as well, because they understand that you being creative betters your life. You having a financial backing betters your life. You being able to do the things that makes your soul alive betters the whole planet. There's someone that, when you come out, you're like, okay, I'm an artist. I'm doing things. I'm putting things out there. Like for me, for example, one of the new things that I'm offering is this is something that I've been working on for a while, and I've tried and I've failed and I've tried and I've failed and I've tried and I've failed. I don't give a crap because it's something that keeps popping up into my mind, so I'm going to keep going. This week, I'm offering, it's a recorded full moon healing. And so I don't know if you've ever seen some of the art that I create, some of the canvases that I make. The way that I make art is very healing. It's very abstract. So I go into a channeled state. I, put the paint on my body, or it's basically like anything but a paintbrush. And I'm, finger painting. It's on my body. I wrap myself in the canvas. I'm channeling. It's, inner child healing, trauma healing, quantum. I'm just literally like gone. I'm completely sober through and through, and I feel as though I am just drunk on sobriety, on reality. It is beautiful. And so the canvases are imprinted with that healing energy. It's very abstract. It's so powerful. And so for the longest time, my Capricorn moon was like, you got to sell them, you got to monetize, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And it's like, okay, what if I offered them as healing canvases? So what I'm going to be offering this week, tomorrow, like I'm posting this probably on the 16th, maybe on the 15th, but on the full moon in Aries, I don't care. It's in Aries. I don't care. So I already have started the canvas. So it's going to be recorded at home healing. So for $11, you purchase the healing. I'm trying my best to understand technology, and I'm learning. So I'm going to offer a link to the healing canvas. I'm going to be, sitting with the healing canvas behind me, and I'm going to be doing a healing. I'm going to channel the guides, channel source energy, offer a distance healing. I'll be speaking in tongues. I'll be speaking light language. I will be offering channeled messages and doing a distance healing for you. So that healing itself will be about 40 minutes. It's going to be something that you can fall asleep to. It's going to be something that, you can choose. I'll offer like which tones could be helpful. My thought was to have some solfeggio frequencies going on in the background, but I'm still learning about like the, the royalties and stuff like that, since this is huge. I'm still learning. So for this one, because I'm really being efficient in my processes, I'll offer what tones you can, put on, and have my healing be on with some Gregorian chanting months, solfeggio frequencies, binaural beats, whatever you want to put on, that's your own. But I will be offering my distance healing to you. And this is something that you can watch as many times as you want. I'm going to have one that's available every full moon moving forward. That's something that can be helpful for everyone on the planet. You can watch as many times as you want. And then I'm offering a link to the print, to the canvas, a print of the canvas, so you can look at it and you can experience it and you can receive those light codes. You can print it, you can do whatever you want with it, whatever you want. But that's my offering for you. I'm really excited about that. I have probably like one more, I'm looking at the canvas right now, I have like one more layer to put on it, and then I'm going to record that and have that available for you. That will post on the 16th, I'm guessing. So I'm going to do my best to post this tomorrow and then post that so it's available for the 16th, 17th, and then you can watch that as many times as you want. The canvas will be imprinted with the energy of full moon healing as well as Aries energy, because that's it's a full moon in Aries, sun will be in Libra, all those different things. So I'm excited about that. It's something that I've been working on and creating and shooting my shot with since 2001. And if I can help one person across time and space, I've done good. I can't believe we're half an hour in 2028 and we're still on the first day. So I will timestamp this. It's the 28th. It's the next day I'm about to talk about. So definitely look into the numerology of 28. If anyone's interested, if they can look into that and comment below what 28 means, that would be super duper helpful. So I wasn't sure if I was going to really put this date up. And so I'm going to take everything else that's not a part of this, Venus, Saturn, Lilith, Mars, Neptune. I'm going to take everything. Venus, Saturn, Venus, Saturn, Lilith, Mars, and Neptune. Okay, so on the 28th of October, it's a Monday, we're going to have Venus squaring Saturn, and definitely check exactly the times that this is happening. Some of the dates for my Melbourne people, for my Australia people, might be a little bit different. Nuno, definitely check your times as well, because this, like the dates, I always look at as Eastern Standard Time, so it might be off by, I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna have Venus squaring Saturn over here at 12 degrees. 12 degrees of Sag to 12 degrees and 58 minutes. This is something important it's very, very fascinating, and I'll explain why. So it's 12 degrees and 58 minutes is when this Venus is squaring Saturn. It's like you're coming up to an intersection. One's got to move before the other can go. So this is Venus, our yin, Saturn, our interdisciplinarian. Saturn is retrograde. Venus is not retrograde. In our house of quest, adventure, long distance travel, and our house of soul purpose. So this says to me, we want to run, we want to jump, we want to skip, we want to play, we want to do the things, we want to travel, we want to have all of that. And Saturn says, you're setting your foundations. You're grounding, you're calming your nervous system, you're becoming the person that can handle that, you're becoming the person that can experience these things. So be where your feet are. Do anything today with whatever you have in front of you. Start today, record today, start it today. Be that person. You do not need the most perfect thing. Like, start it now. You want to start a YouTube? Start it now. You want to start recording? You want to start doing, like I'm hearing people say like the get ready with me. You're probably like an influencer and you don't even know it, or you feel that you are, or even as I'm saying it, a lot of you are getting triggered. Then start. You can just start recording. You don't have to post it. But you know how you've seen people that do like the before and after? Where's your before content? Start now. Like I said, I was literally borderline homeless when I started creating those full moon healings. I was living in someone's basement. I was living out of my car. I had a storage unit with all of my things in it. And I was like, I have to create this. I have to start this. I have to do this. If people knew how they could understand and harness the astrology and work with this, the world would be a better place. So I learned so much during those time periods. And I am better at what I do now because of each time that I tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed, because I wasn't ready for the experience. There is no failure. There's only a lesson. So be where your feet are, but do it now. Say, I have this massive goal. I got to be in my Rocky montage. I got to start it now. So start it now. Later on that same day, at 13 degrees, we're going to have Venus sextiling Lilith. We've already know what sextiles are, that free-flowing energy. It's utilizable energy. It's not so much a trine, which we're about to talk about, which is kind of like your yes friend. This is like, do something about it. Relationships, quest, adventure. So I know that Venus is trying to get us to do something, go somewhere. A lot of my all signs readings, a lot of signs are going to be moving in the next year, traveling in the next year, doing much bigger things. And you're doing it because you feel this call inside of yourself. And you're like, Sarah, I can barely afford groceries or pay rent. I don't even know how I'm supposed to do these things. That's not up to you. That's up to God. So say, God, okay, I keep having this dream. I keep having this thing. God of your understanding, source, universe, whatever it may be. You got to talk to your angels. You got to talk to them and say, okay, I'm given this dream. I have no idea how to do it, but I know that that version of myself is an influencer. They, go to the cafe all the time. They're recording all the time. They're doing all these things. Then do it now. Get used to people judging you. Get used to people, commenting. Get used to all those things. So by the time that all the things happen, you're like, I'm ready. My nervous system is ready for this. I got this. Surround yourself with winners. I'm going to say it a billion more times. I'm not going to say it again. I'm going to say it so many more times so that every single time I say it, that person is popping into your brain. They're like, they don't want me to win. I've said this before, I'm going to say it one more time. If I handed you $1 billion right now, would you feel comfortable and confident calling all the people in your life that are in the top of your text message stream, your VIPs, without them being like, pay up, girl, pay up. I knew this time would come. I knew this would come. I knew this would come. So I've been here. Or would they want to buy you dinner because your abundances just came in? That is a winner. That. I want to buy you balloons. I'm going to bring flowers to your house. Your abundances just came in. I'm so proud of you. That is not my pot of gold. Mine is coming because I'm a vibrational match for you. There's a difference. There's a difference. Check you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Now we're going to have a yes friend. So this is Mars trining Neptune at 27 degrees. Mars is direct. Neptune is retrograde. So Mars in the house of home, my pocket of the world, safety is key. Mars in Cancer says, you come for my belief systems, I'm going to bite off one of your fingers. I'm going to bite it right off. I'm going to bite it off. I want you to try to go to your values then and say if honesty and, like being an adult is one of your values, maybe don't bite their fingers off. Like maybe bite your tongue until it bleeds and let that person be in their reality. Yeah, they're not right or wrong, just like you're not right or wrong. That's just their reality. So you have no need to step into their reality and say, your reality is wrong, my friend. That's a you problem. Just let them be. Neptune retrograde is actually a beautiful thing. Neptune, is our Poseidon in the sky. It can be very illusioned, disillusioned, confused. There's liars galore. So let Neptune retrograde say, I'm trusting my gut here. This ain't my battle. This ain't my fight. I'm listening to my guides. For my millennials and Gen Zers, some of y'all's parents, this is not for everybody, it's for like 30 to 55% of the people that are watching. Some of y'all's parents are going to be incredibly triggered by the things that are going on the public stage, whether they're really into politics, they're really into this, they're really into that. Let them be. Let them be in their reality and stop trying to convince them. Like they'll come to you. You've said enough of the things, you've done enough. This is for a very specific few of you. You've said enough. You can't wake anybody up. It's like when someone's sleepwalking. You're supposed to just let them do their thing. So stop trying to wake your parents up if they're sleepwalking. Just let them be. They're going to get very triggered by the, upcoming, the elections, all the things going on. The astrology validates that. We'll talk about that soon. But let them have their cognitive dissonance and let their matrix glitch in their own way. It's like they're not going to look to you as the parent, so stop trying to parent them. There it is. Done. Okay. Yeah, Mars trining Neptune. Without emotional grounding and maturity, this is like, again, I'm going to bite your fingers off. I guess I'm going to spa. I'm going to, it's your yes friend. Mars and Neptune is like, it's just not, just understanding the astrology just says, okay, how can I take this out in healthy ways? Go for a hike. Go to the gym. Have a really, if you're in divine partnership, have a nice scene where you get to like tucker yourself out. But the gym is a great place to be like, wow, there's a weight on this planet that you just can't pick up. Yeah, you can just run, just ultra marathon yourself, just David Goggins yourself, and just run until you can't run anymore. Give yourself a very healthy expression of this rage, of this frustration, of this Mars and Cancer energy, and cry, baby. It's actually a very millennial activating time. So November 1st, we have the new moon. Why do you say that, Sarah? Because November 1st, we have the full moon in Scorpio. New moon in Scorpio at 9 degrees. Check where your natal Pluto is, millennials. A lot of millennials. I was born in 87, and so this is sitting directly on top of my natal Pluto. So I'd say 86, 87, 88. If you're born at that time, check where your natal Pluto is. This is a new moon to say, wow, I'm an adult. Ooh, this is going to hit a lot of millennials, and I might lose some of you right now, but like, you're an adult. Yeah, those things happened to you, and no one's going to ever take that away from you. But please don't label that on your lapel and just say, wow, okay, I, am traumatized being. I'm, childhood sexualization. I get it. I totally get it. Adult sexualization. I get it. I'm not taking anything from you, but I'm saying enough time has passed that it's okay to say, maybe there's someone that I can help, or spend some time looking in the mirror. This is Lazarus language. I'll put the link to Lazarus's page below. It's, sit in the mirror with yourself and say, I'm an adult, over and over and over again until you recognize that you are. It's not fun. You'll see what comes out. And it's very much like, oh, this happened to me, then this happened to me, then this happened to me. It's like, no, you're in your late 30s. It's time. It's time to wake up. It's time to grow up. It's time to say, I can be responsible. I am responsible. Yeah. Yeah, it's nobody outside of you is responsible for you. Nobody is, nobody needs to entertain your reality. Yeah, you just have to find your own worth and your own center to say, I can navigate this world. And if someone doesn't believe in my reality, that's okay. That's their reality. They don't have to. I'm going to try my best to say this. It's kind of like showing up somewhere and saying, this is who I am, and this is what you have to call me, and this is me. Okay, there's a difference between this is who I am, and then you have to entertain it. You have to call me this. You have to say this. Nobody has to say anything. Nobody has to entertain your reality. Nobody has to do any of those things. Just say, this is who I am. I like coffee. You have to love coffee. You have to love coffee. You have to only speak about coffee references. You have to understand everything when I'm talking about a naturally processed coffee with a 26-second pour or 26-second pull. You have to understand all those things, or else you're not allowed in my circle. No. I can like water. I can like green juice. I can like whatever the heck I want to like. That's my reality. If you don't want to entertain my reality, that's okay. Just walk away. Just walk away. So this is grown-up energy. And I'm going to have so much content for that new moon, so I'm going to continue. That's on the 1st of November. The 2nd of November, we're going to have Mercury, where are you? Going into Sag energy. We're going to have a lot to say. Yeah, if somebody... listening to my guides. Choose your battles, dude. Choose your mental battles. Choose your verbal battles. Okay, this is what, I'm glad my guides are saying. Imagine, because it's true, you only get to speak so many words in your lifetime. Choose them wisely. I want you to imagine when it comes to Mercury and Sagittarius and going into the first week of November. I live in the United States, and I'm saying this, really imagine that your higher self is just writing every single word that you say, every single word, into the script of your life. And then when you leave this planet, when you die and you sit down with your higher self, it's like, you said this. You spent your energy. You chose to breathe life into these hateful or loving words. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. I'm not kidding. This is such intense, ominous energy. And I'll talk about it more. Like, I'm going to do a whole video in November. We're going to talk about these dates again. I'm offering this to you now for the love of God. Choose your words wisely. Choose where you focus your attention wisely. Don't get sucked in. Try your best from now until the beginning of November. From this full moon in Aries till from the full moon in Aries to the new moon in Scorpio, try your best to understand you're an adult. No one has to entertain your reality. You just have to find love and understanding within yourself. Have a grounding practice. Understand that you will be triggered beyond time and space, and it might be a little scary out there. So find what you need to feel safe inside your skin, inside your home, inside your body, and let the world. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah, the 2nd we have Mercury going into Sag, and then we have that sextile between Jupiter and Chiron. Jupiter is going to be at 20 degrees and Chiron is going to be at 20 degrees. I've already talked about this once. We get 3 of these. What video was it that I talked about this in? It's probably October, the depths, where we get 3 of these sextiles. The first one was on the 12th of October. This one is on the 2nd of November, and then the next one is going to be in 2025 at some point. I just don't have that date. I love my journals. So the 12th of October, the 2nd of November, and then May 18th, 2025. We're going to get 3 of these sextiles. The first one was at 21 degrees. This one is at 20 degrees. And then May 18th is going to be at 25 degrees. Check where those points are falling in your chart. With Aries, it's, 20, 20, 21, 20, and 25 degrees Aries, and then 21, 20, and 25 degrees Gemini. See where this is falling in your chart, because this is actually where we can do something. We can be, it's kind of like the universal law of aligned action. Say, okay, God gave me that massive goal. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something with what I have, with my tools, with all the key components, the technology I have, the resources that I have, the community that I have, whatever it may be, you can do something about that. I love that. Okay, the 3rd is one of the most intense days of the month, if not, I'd say we've got some pretty intense energy here. So we're going to have Mars going into Leo energy, opposing Pluto over here at 29 degrees. We're going to have Venus, where are you? In Sag, 20 degrees, opposing Jupiter and Gemini, trining Chiron over here. I just want to take all these off and just talk about the ones that are being activated, just so you can see. It's just like layer upon layer upon lens upon lens upon lens. So I'm trying to make this as accessible and as user-friendly as possible when it comes to these components, to the aspects that they're making to each other. Because I feel as though astrology, it's literally infinity. I could talk for hours about this alone. So I'm trying to give you some very accessible, user-friendly tools. And so if you're interested in a one-on-one session or more information, just please reach out, my guy. I'm here for you. So Mars opposing Pluto. That's warlike energy. No joke. Absolutely no joke. And this is the 3rd of November. Mars going into Leo, creativity, play, childlike spirits, creativity, joy. It's just a little bit like, if you don't have your inner child, your inner teenager under wraps, they're going to run the ship. And then Pluto at the anaretic degree, the critical degree of Capricorn, this is a transit that's been lasting for 2008. So don't loop into another soul contract and get yourself all sucked into that karmic loop. Like, this is happening. I can't scream it enough. But Venus opposing Jupiter and trining Chiron. I like this. Venus is beautiful and lovely. It just says, this is such a morbid parable that my guides are giving me. But so I've made the joke before. It's not really a joke, but it's a real thing. That I will be forever the violinist on the side of the Titanic. This is like Titanic energy. It's going down. You're gonna scream at your neighbor because they're or are you just gonna kind of sit and just be like, oh, okay, so this entire world is crumbling, and we're being pitted against each other, and the powers that were, okay, cool, I'm getting triggered, I'm getting activated, all these things are going on. I'm just gonna not participate. I'm just gonna pray, or just be with my family. It's happening on a Sunday. Like, maybe just like turn your phone off and just not engage and stop trying to like be informed. I'll put the link for where we lose people in the awakening below, where we can get lost in the awakening. You can literally get lost in the intel. What's happening? What if it's not happening in front of you? It's not real. What if it's not in your living room? It's not real. What is in your living room? Can you clean your living room? Can you scrub the toilets? Can you do something at home? Can you do that with that energy and just like put it to good use and just like really like get some elbow grease in there, my friends? Like, communication, early learning, short trips, quest adventure, higher education, self, like the storefront view of my life. Trine, beautiful energy, sextile, beautiful energy, opposing this like full moon energy, you know what I mean? And then full moon energy with Mars and Pluto. This is warlike. If you don't have emotional grounding and frustration, it's like, sometimes when I make those faces, my guides are like, say it. Like, I don't wanna say it. I don't wanna. So I had a dream a while ago, and I talked about this in a Monday video, I forget which one it was, where the dream said that, this was literally just a dream. This was a dream that I had. What if, if you believe in the, the political, the two-party system and stuff like that. In this dream, they said, if your neighbor doesn't believe in the thing that you believe in, just like, go at it. It was a dream. But that's like that. Would you do it? I'm done with that. I'm done with that one. I just saw the note that I wrote down, which was clear vision or blackout drunk. Yeah. This is like blackout drunk energy, or clear vision to say, I'm not going to even engage with you. It's like when you're showing up to a fight and you're like, let's take this outside. And then you get outside and the guy's like shaking. It's like, no, my guy, I'm good. I'm gonna tag out. I'm gonna go home. Do that instead. All right. On the 11th, we're just gonna move on. Venus is going to go into Capricorn energy. Oh no, it's almost time for a new grid. Venus going into our house of legacy, public life and career. This is, good big money coming in. Yeah, it's really, really possible, like unexpected money coming in. And there's a phrase that I really love, because some of the energy for some of my all signs readings, and I've talked about this in those all signs readings, where it's like things are about to happen and are happening that could have only been God, could have only been source, could have only been the universe. There's a tarot reader on Instagram that said that, and it really resonated. Like some of this energy, and I love when I'm a vibrational match for certain communities and channelers. It's all coming from source, so it's good stuff. But yeah, there's some stuff coming up that it's like, there's not a physical way in the 3D that I could have manifested that. This is like you wake up and all of a sudden you have like tens of thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you're like, oh dang, because only God could have done it. Yeah, that's Venus going into Cap. But as we know, there's 3D, 4D, and 5D. So that could be the positive side of things. But when it comes to legacy, the villain is also on a public stage. So if we don't really understand this energy and we choose to pop off and we choose to fight, that's when we have the negative side of things happen. That's when we go through the downswings. That's when we lose our job. That's when we lose all of those things because we didn't grab the map and say, okay, I'm going to get triggered, so maybe don't involve myself in that energy and conversation. Maybe just like bite my tongue and just not. I love that. Yeah, that's like a full week. So it's like that's like a full week. So the 3rd and then all the way to the 11th. That's a while. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. Okie dokie. The 15th is going to be fun. We have a full moon in Taurus. So let's get everybody up. We're going to have this. What is it? 24 degrees. And on that same day, Saturn is going to go direct. Where are you, Saturn? In Pisces at 12. Oh, pardon me. I saw it. Pardon me. No, Uranus is still retrograde at 27. So this is the money axis as well. And I have not mentioned that just yet. So the 2nd house, money, values, access to resources. 8th house is shared possessions. So that kind of really matches with what I was saying about Venus, where, these are the environments that you put yourself in, everyday life, what you do every day, but also like the shared environments, those jobs. This could be coming into abundances, losing abundances, money, values, and access to resources. This could be the moon highlighting I have the guides coming in and it's like very galactic. There's the, the galactic beings that oversee the United States right now. And it could, like, it's very GFL, but it's like a very specific niche component to the United States. And they're looking over the timelines. They're looking over all of these different things. And they're saying to me right now that this is when deeds that have been done will be uncovered. Deeds that, establishments, businesses, all these different things will be uncovered. And it could be something that you thought was so beautiful. You're like, oh my God, you're so bad. Oh my God, this was so beautiful. Oh my God, this was so bad. So a lot of deeds are going to be uncovered during this time period. The illumination of the full moon, but also the entirety of the month, this time period. And it really ends the 2024 karmic cycle, the 8-year, going into next year. It's very like, again, Sag energy, I'm calling it the Wild Wild West. So that's validation that the galactic beings are saying that this is hold true to your values and your very specific community. I've been talking about this for a few months now. Look to your neighbors. Do you have a good relationship with the people that live in the immediate vicinity where you live? This could be, where you can walk to. This is the cafe that you frequent. These are your next door neighbors. These are the people that you work with, that you surround yourself with physically. You don't have to have the same belief systems, but do you feel honest and able to communicate freely with those people? Really count them and honor them. And really, around this time, look at your values. What are your top 5 values? You can list 5 to 10 values. I don't care how many, but honesty is my number 1 value. It is more important that I surround myself with honest people than anything else. It's very uncomfortable when I have to really participate with liars or when I have to communicate with liars. It makes me very uncomfortable. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm like, oh my God. And I want to get better at it. But this is, Saturn going direct, full moon, very intense energy. I will have so many resources for you, so I'm not going to get into it then. But really, what the galactics are saying, expect they're saying it's not so much like, think of like a mini version, like a community version for yourself of Pandora's box that's getting opened. It's going to be very community based. So it's like what I experience in my, little town is going to be different than what you experience in your little town. And so this is very micro energy, not the macro. If you participate in the macro, that will obviously be happening as well. But expect a micro uncovering within your community of something to like be, I thought that was such a beautiful establishment. I can't believe that they're participating with that. Expect something like that. I'm giving you like tons of time to prepare for this. Tons of time. Tons and tons and tons of time. The 19th, I'm going to have so much more information for you. I'm going to have a whole video on this. Pluto's going into Aquarius. Power to the people. It's coming back. It's the way of the world. It's the prophecy. It's the ascension. We're going to celebrate. It's a good time. In the longer range transit playlist, I have 2 videos on Pluto and Aquarius. First one is like stepping into Oz, opening the door to Oz. Literally, this is Pluto transforming community, friendships, and wishes for the future. This is a good time. Yeah. For a lot of people, you'll die with this transit. It's 20 plus years. So this is exciting. That's amazing. That's amazing. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, you did it. Book yourself a massage or something that day. It's a good time. It's a good time. That's on the 19th. And then the 21st. Wow, wow, West. Let's put everybody up. I'm going to put up the 21st of November. Lilith, 16 degrees past the midpoint. Neptune, 27 degrees. North node, 3 degrees. South node, 3 degrees. Mercury, 21 degrees. Venus, 11 degrees. We've got ooh, yeah. So the sun will now be sextiling over here, where we had that square before. Sextiling over here. I think we got everybody. And then the moon, the moment that the sun goes into Sag, is going to be in Leo at 16 degrees. Mars will be in Leo at 4 degrees. Mars is going to go retrograde the 6th of December at 6 degrees. So that's exciting. And I think we end the year in a Mars retro. I don't remember. But so this is great. Quest, adventure, long distance travel, higher education. We want to go, we want to do, we want to spend, we want to have fun, we want to have a good time. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm excited about it. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. It's interesting. I was chatting with someone the other day about that. Like, what must it have felt like? We're experiencing it right now. To be, a pioneer. Actually, I think it was my April video. It was called Be a Pioneer. We are right now, as light workers, as awakened ones, as those that are navigating this current world. It is terrifying from above. This is the darkest and brightest explosions of everything we've ever known. Yeah. Think of what the people going west were like, yeah, I could die at any moment. If I get sick, I'm probably going to be left in the side of the wagon. Yeah, somebody could kill me at any time, just bury me in their backyard. But I got to go do something. So I'm going to just stay focused on my goal. I'm just going to keep looking west. But yeah, where would we be if that didn't happen? If people didn't have courage and a sense of integrity? They just faced it. We've been so desensitized with, we've seen war out there, but a lot of, younger generations have never been at war. So it's like, that's not what I want to say. It's not the younger generations, some of the older generations haven't. And so their inner child and inner teenager is kind of coming out, and they're just like a little like fighting with their words. Yeah, find your integrity, find your honesty, find your North Star inside yourself, and stay focused on that at all times. Yeah, this energy is anything but casual. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. How are you feeling? All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, any little bit of that. How you can help me grow this channel is by sharing it on your platforms and inviting people to the table. That's how you can help me right now. So let's get this message out to as many people as we can. Let's share in celebration of the awakening, and fear not, my dears. It's all going to be okay. I love you.